Hello there. It's another thrilling edition of your high-flying sports business show, Sport Exchange. My name is Judy Olano. On the show today, National Sports Festival postponed again as Nigeria's Queen of Track and Field makes the Guinness Book of Records. On the Dugout segment is a talk about the Olympic Marseille Football School in Nigeria. Right now, we're going on a short break, and when we come back, it will be time for the news.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back. Nigeria's biggest multi-sports event has been postponed for the third time. The 28th edition of the National Sports Festival, billed to take place in Edo State, was postponed after a meeting of the Council for Sports with the Sports Minister Sunday Dare. The sports festival, which had a February 14 to 28 days after another postponement for March 2020 amid the realities of COVID-19 pandemic, will now hold sometime in April. Nigeria's Queen of Track and Field, Blessing Okagbare, has set a new record. The Olympic and Commonwealth medalist announced another career-defining moment with her entry into the Guinness Book of Records as one of the hallowed names in there. The 32-year-old revealed this on her Facebook page on Wednesday morning, and I quote, "A dream made reality through God's grace and determination. Look what finally came in the mail. Thanks to the Guinness Book of World Records, I'm indeed honored, proud and grateful," end quote. The record is for making the most appearances in the IAAF's Diamond League meetings. The certificate also reads, and I quote, "The most appearances in Diamond League meetings by an athlete is 67 and was achieved by Blessing Okagbare of Nigeria between the 3rd of July 2010 and the 31st of August 2018. And still on the news, World Football Players Union, FIPRO, is calling on public institutions to urgently implement effective protections against racial abuse and hate speech on social media. Footballers continue to be victims of racist and different forms of discriminatory abuse as they drive public engagement on social media platforms. A recent study conducted by member of the Professional Footballers Association suggests that more than 40% of players in England are victims of targeted racist attacks online. Platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram now form an integral part of the professional lives of football players and other athletes. And finally, American broadcaster CBS announced that Super Bowl 55 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs set a new streaming record. The company saw on average 5.7 million viewers per minute of their streaming broadcast of the Bucs' 31-9 win, up 65% year over year. Overall, the telecast saw 96.4 million viewers across TV and digital, which was down from the 102.1 million last year. The Super Bowl 55 live streaming audience includes the audience across CBSSports.com, the CBS Sports app, the CBS All Access, NFL digital properties including the NFL app, the NFL Fantasy mobile app, the NFL.com, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Tampa Bay Bucs mobile app properties and Verizon Media mobile properties, including the Yahoo Sports mobile app. CBS says that Super Bowl Sunday delivered a record-breaking day on CBS All Access in terms of new subscriber sign-ups, unique devices, streams, and time spent. And that's the news. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be time for our dugout segment.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back. This is still Sport Exchange, and joining me all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa, is Emeka Enyadike, the proprietor of the Olympic Marseille Football School in Port Harcourt. Emeka, it's my pleasure to have you once again on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm well and good. I'm very fine. It's great to be able to always speak to someone from Nigeria, and a great pleasure to be on the Sports Exchange once again. And thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, Emeka, you're a man with your hands in so many pies. Again, this is another one. The Olympic Football School. You just got this going, and how were you able to put this together? How did it happen? Because you just announced it suddenly, you kept it secret, and before we knew what was happening, we have an Olympic Football School in Nigeria.
Well, thank you so much. The correct name for it is the OM Football School. So it's OM stands for Olympic Marseille, but just so that people don't think that we have we brought the school in Marseille down here. No, this is a model that the club has created. So we have the OM school in Algiers, in Algeria. We have the OM school in Tunis. There's plans for one in Morocco, which COVID interrupted. And then the OM school Port Harcourt in Nigeria is the third one in Africa. So it's a project that falls in line with Olympic Marseille's vision for the continent, because they drive, as you can see on the screen, this is the OM school Tunis. They drive a lot of the international strategy around Africa, and they are the one club in Europe that has a big focus on the African continent, and they also have tremendous history with African players. So it's been quite remarkable that they have chosen this path, and we have partnered with them to create the first one in sub-Saharan Africa, and also the first in a non-French speaking country. So it's a very big step for us. Yes, we kept it quiet because just with every other project that we've done, we try and work on the project, get all our ducks in a row, and then eventually announce it. So we haven't done that in December. We're now at a point where the good thing is that we have all the facilities in place in Port Harcourt, and we're now going to go into the next step, which is the branding, which will go on simultaneously with the registrations, which will open up for the academy, and then subsequently we're then going to announce who our other strategic partners are, because in the long run, even though we're starting in Port Harcourt, it's a Nigeria-wide project that we hope to extend to other cities in the country. So that's where we are right now.
Okay. Yeah, we know how some of this academy, you call it OM school, is it going to be, an academy, or is it going to be a school? Because maybe you can try to clarify what we should be seeing in Port Harcourt.
Well, look, we're taking a global model that a lot of the big clubs in Europe adopt, which is to focus on the football side of the development of the kids, and our programs will encompass kids who are within the ages of 5 and 18, And one of the things that we have set out is that the kids will go to their regular schools because we don't want to disrupt them. Because at the end of the day, some of the kids are already in existing schools that they go to. Our idea is that we'll run our programs after school, which allows them to go to school and then they get ferried to uh, the facilities where they will do their training programs during the week and also during the weekends. And then on some weekends, we'll have them play games amongst themselves, and then essentially we will then be able to look at the level of development that they have and get them to play with kids that fall within their excuse me that fall within their age cadre and also within their skills level. One thing that we are not going to do is discriminate against any kid because the kid is not exceptionally talented. So our program is open to every kid who wants to play. So the first part of it is we believe that young kids who want to play football, they want to have fun, and so our idea is to create an environment where they can come and have fun. They make friends and they play. Then when we find kids that are exceptionally talented, then we will be able to look at avenues where they can fast track their development, and then we see also that the ones that are not good enough can also improve. Because one thing, kids start evolving from that young age, and until they get into the teenage is when you can then look at how far their level of development has gone and know the ones that can make it. And the good thing is that Olympique Marseille is a club that has given opportunities to African players, and even they have one UEFA Champions League title, and that title winning team had African players like Abedi Pele from Ghana. Marcel Desailly eventually played for France, but he's also Ghanaian, was born in Ghana, that Ghanaian roots. We had also Bassi Boli, who scored the winning goal, who's got very strong Ivorian roots. And since then, we have all the other players like DJ Drogba and Taita, and lots of them who have gone through there. So it's a club that inspires a lot about Africans. So kids who come and train there, who play, know that if they're good enough, they might get a chance. And we also have a program where some of the kids will be able to travel once a year to France, and they go to the beautiful city of Marseille, and they'll have the opportunity to interact with other kids from other schools around the world, and they will be able to enjoy the unique Olympique Marseille model of training for kids, and they'll be able to improve. And you never can tell, we might suddenly have more and more players from Nigeria going on to make their mark with Marseille.
I know that, of course. When you were mentioning some of the players that Olympique Marseille, players of African descent that Olympique Marseille has produced in the all through the years, you didn't mention, and I know maybe because there is a Taye Taiwo and there is a Yobo Joseph. Is there any plan to make sure that, apart from being the ambassadors of the OM school in Nigeria, are they going to be coming to have an interface with the kids too?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, definitely from when we have the formal launch, because what we had was a virtual launch, and we all know because of the pandemic and all of the restrictions, but we're never going to be slowed down by any of that. So the club has a program that they do with a lot of their models, their legends, and along the line we'll see to what extent we'll get them involved. Because remember, a lot of the legends and even some of them are still actively playing football. So we're going to work around their calendar and see where we can get them. Interestingly, some of them are in Africa, so we will be able to reach them. But we will work with Marseille as much as possible to make the call, because they have the extended relationship with a lot of the players. What is, however, an advantage for us that most schools wouldn't have is that I come from the media, and I have also built a lot of good relationship with not just the players from Marseille, but African players everywhere, and a lot of the Nigerian legends as well. So we're not just going to limit it to players who played for Marseille. We're going to, invite some of the other players who have also played both locally and out there, because what we want to do is try and create a platform where our young kids get to learn more about the African stars, learn more about Nigerian and African legends, and most importantly, we're going to, in addition to, you talked about school earlier. The one point that I didn't mention, which I'd like to highlight, is the fact that we are now looking at a scenario where beyond just the football, we're also going to be able to teach them life skills. We provide platforms for them to learn how to speak French. We provide avenues for them to also learn some of the core values, respect, discipline, and we'll use a lot of those former players as models for them to grow up and understand that they can be equally as successful and beyond the football dreams. We want them to leave this program, even if they don't make a career in football, they would have learned so much more about how to be good citizens, how to be good Africans, and how to also excel in academics and other disciplines that they do. We will monitor as closely as we can their educational programs to ensure that they're not struggling as a result of having to train within these structures that we provide. But essentially, we, in the long run, I think within the next 9 months to 1 year, we will have a technical director from Marseille who's going to be looking after the entire structure, because we're going to expand beyond Port Harcourt. And so our idea is also to train all the coaches that we're going to employ to work within the structures. And these are going to be Nigerian coaches, not necessarily. Some of them might be former players or former internationals, but we'll also have the platform where those who are aspiring to be coaches, we can provide a platform for them to look and think about it. We've got so much technology around now that drives not just coaching, but also stuff like analysis and all the sciences. So the platform is far more than that. And then from our strategic partnership with the University of Port Harcourt, we are launching a football leadership and management program, which also falls within our overall football strategy. So we're going to have that as a platform where we're going to train administrators, and we'll get support from OM as well. And Olympic Marseille is a very, very, very well-run club with a great history. They've got people in the management who have worked for some of the biggest clubs in the world, and so we know that Nigeria and Africa will benefit from just the core values and some of the case studies and useful examples that they will share with us.
All right. What about for the funding? I know this from what you just said, it's going to be a massive project. So how do you source for the funding of this kind of projects, because of, from what you've just said?
Well, I think, one of our big strengths from our company has been that we've always tried to work on partnerships. Okay. Work on a lot of partnerships, and that has driven our not just our investment in sports, but also our successes in the past. So we have a lot of strategic partners that we are bringing on board, and we will announce them as we go. So we have like all of the facilities that we need in place. We've also now worked around all the equipment that will be required from the beginning down to kitting, and then of course OM has a partnership with Puma, so all of the kits are going to be compulsorily dressed in Puma, which is a great brand. I think it's also going to be inspiring for them. And then we also have very strong desires and designs to expand into other parts of the country. So most of this will be driven by partnerships. So we preach and we try and encourage a lot of clubs and federations and leagues and everyone to work along the road towards more private partnerships, and where it's possible, also public partnerships. So our idea, obviously, is like you mentioned at the beginning, is we always want to be able to put out a statement, as time goes on, that look, we have X brand or X partners who have teamed up with us, and one assurance I can give you is that the next time we announce the next partner, we will give you the privilege to have that announcement on your show.
All right. Thank you very much for the honor. And before I let you go, I know that, there are so many things that will be happening in the course of this project. How soon are you, in terms of acceptance of, because I know definitely now a lot of people will be asking questions. When can they enroll, and how soon are we going to start seeing some of these things happen?
Well, what we've done is because we understand all of the dynamics of social media and digital media and all of that. What we've done is, after we did the announcement, we were quiet for a while, apart from putting out Christmas and New Year messages that we put out for our fans. Remember, within our structures, we run camps and other things in the past, so we have a good database of parents within the city, kids who constantly want to go play football. So what we did was reach out to all of them, and then what we've also done is try to build a community around the OM school. So we had a Van Dyke Sports Academy social platforms on Facebook and everywhere. All of them automatically became OM school platforms. So what we've also then done is put out a feeler for people to let us know what their aspirations are, and we've received over 2,000 requests to be part of the program. So what we've done is ask them to indicate, which they're all indicating, and our team is now able to put together a mailing list where they'll send them information in terms of our dates and all that. So in terms of timelines, like I said to you, the first phase we've done, which is facilities, having the announcement. The next phase now, which we are entering, is the registration simultaneously happening along with the branding of the facilities. And then after that, we're going to launch with a camp, which will happen towards the end of March into the school holidays in April. We'll have a camp. And in Port Harcourt already, they know we ran a camp, a very big, massive 2 weeks camp 2 years ago with one of our partners from the Bundesliga, and they enjoyed it. So they know that in terms of camps, we already run these camps in Africa. We run in Lagos, we run in Johannesburg. So one of our goals now is to put together that framework, and we have all the kids coming, where they get the opportunity to meet the coaches and from the Olympique Marseille Academy in France, and then they'll have that opportunity to interact with them and experience the bit of it, and the coaches as well, who will come in through there because they have to now learn the OM way. And once that is done, then the school will run like the regular school term. And then when we get to July, August, when you have the normal regular long holidays, we don't know because of the shifting of dates when that starts. We have the dates announced by the government, but we see to what extent that those dates will stick. So we'll have 3 camps during the year. We'll have one during Christmas holiday, we'll have one during the Easter holiday, and then we'll have a bigger one during the long holiday. And that's how we've structured it. So the kids will go to school. When they're on holiday, they'll come to camp, and when it's time for the big holiday, we'll have a residential camp. And we will keep to all the COVID protocols. We'll liaise and work hand in hand with the FAs, the government, and every regulatory bodies, and to see that what we do also fits into the local populace. Because if we produce players, those players will then go on to serve the state, and they're going to serve the country. So I think that our framework is very well planned out, because we took a lot of time to put this together, and I'm hoping that we can impact places like Lagos, and I mean Lagos is also like my second home, so we've done camps in Lagos as well. So we do have. Excuse me.
All right. Okay.
We do have big aspirations for Nigeria, and
Anyway.
This is a great give back for us.
Fantastic. I must say that I'm really thrilled by what you are putting together as far as the OM school is concerned. Emeka, you're a friend of the house. We hopefully will continue this conversation because we know that this is just the beginning. There's a lot of things we will need to still talk about as this project progresses. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate your presence.
Thank you so much, and to everyone who's watching. I mean, I love it when I watch Sports Exchange because I'm a sports business scholar, and I enjoy your guests, and I learn a lot just by watching the show. So keep up the good work, and to all your producers, amazing work you guys do there, because it's usually you find this in Europe or in America, but to actually have an African platform that does such fantastic work that like you do. Keep it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Emeka. All the best. All right. That's it for the dugout segment. So we were looking at the OM school that is starting in Nigeria, Port Harcourt to be precise. We're going on a short break, and when we come back, the program continues. Don't go away.
Fantastically finished.
All right, that was the proprietor of the Olympic Marseille School in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mr. Emeka Nyadike, for talking to us. And now to our offside segment. On our offside segment today, it captures one of Nigeria Premier League clubs, Atlant FC of Owerri. The club played Mountain of Fire and Miracles in Lagos in a kit that brings the league to disrepute. How do you describe a jersey with the name of the player written with a ball pen? Pathetic, you say? To lend credence to the hardship the club is reportedly to be going through, listen to what the manager of the team has to say about the team's welfare.
They must be, the reason why we are banned, you understand me? And to me, it's a good thing, you understand me, because players will not be, suffering. You must respect contract. It's very important. So let them pay. They must pay. That's why I'm even telling them right now, if there's anybody they are still owing, they should pay, or they should pay other people. There are still few people that we need to pay, and they must pay. It's very important. If you respect contract, it's going to be good for us to learn from it.
Things are happening, especially in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Many things need to be corrected. That is not the best way to advertise a brand to the world. Okay? Anyway, that's it. But before we go on today's show, today's show is dedicated to one of Nigeria's formidable football player. In his days in the Green Eagles, he was known as the Dean of Defense. Yisa Shofolue has joined other compatriots on the other side. Our hearts go to his immediate family. May his soul rest in peace, and may his memories continue to be a blessing. Don't forget, you can join us on our social media platforms on Sport Exchange 24 on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter as well. And for those who missed this edition, you can join our YouTube channel, where you can watch a broadcast of some of the programs you have missed. Thank you to the production team. On behalf of everybody, I'm wishing you the best of a great week ahead.